Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 103 of Two Amazon Sellers and a Microphone, brought to you by Solozo. Today, it's the announcement we've been waiting for. So Prime Day has been announced. Amazon waited to the last minute and announced Prime Day. It's been announced for June 21st and 22nd. So now we got to make sure we have everything prepared. We kind of knew, Kris, we thought it was going to be around this time.
Yeah, we had an idea.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be right around this time. So it's good that now we know. So now we've got to get things prepared. All right, we're gonna have to. Yeah,
this is awful.
We've lost signal.
At least we got. Apparently, there's one person watching, so maybe
I know. Well, whoever's watching, we'll have to find out if we're getting the signal. We're having apparently some internet connection issues, so we'll have to. We'll see here.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's the internet. It's part of going live. It's what happens sometimes, right?
It's what we always talk about. It's a nice day here. The internet's shitty. Bad day. Internet's great.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we're ready to talk all about Prime Day, but it is. Yep.
That's cool. So let's do it. Prime Day prep.
Yeah, let's keep going. We'll power through this. All right. So it's been announced June 21st, June 22nd. We're obviously in June. So we had an idea that these are the days that were coming up. So there's a lot. If you haven't been planning up until now, there's things that you're going to not be able to do, like get your inventory in time, any of that. But there are a lot of things that you can do to prep. So let's talk about some of those, Kris.
Yeah, so they made it in June this year because they figured everybody will be traveling in the month of July with the holiday, 4th of July, and things starting to open up again. So they made it in June this year. But yeah, you should already have your inventory figured out. If you don't have your inventory in stock, you're going to have to do seller fulfilled, merchant fulfilled, and you're going to have to be the one shipping it. But your stock should already be there. But things you want to do now, like start split testing your images, like figure out your images. Start using a service like PickFu. You can go to PickFu, use a discount code Solozo, and give you 50% off. So do a split test on your main image because that's going to be super important for your conversion rate. Also, you want to make sure that you got the right keywords in your titles, in the bullets, all the stuff that you normally have. I wouldn't go and change all of that at once. I would maybe test my title out for a week and then change my bullets. I would just go slow with that. But on my main image, I would definitely get my main image figured out. And then on your advertising, you should already have advertising running. Something you could do is, as we get closer to Prime Day, maybe dial back your budget a little bit, like a week before, dial back your budget a little bit, because those days of the 21st and 22nd, you're going to want to increase your budget like 100% or more, because you're going to want to make sure your ads are still running, because you're going to run out of budget pretty quick because there's going to be so much traffic. So maybe a week or two before Prime Day, dial back the budget a little bit, conserve a little bit of that budget, and then towards Prime Day, increase your bids, increase your budgets, make sure you have all the right keywords you're going after, and then you should be set. And then after Prime Day, go back to normal, revert back to normal, because traffic's going to really slow down after that. Everybody bought everything, so it's going to revert. So make your budgets back down, lower your bids back down, make everything back to normal. And don't freak out about ACOS. Like that, these days, these ACOS days, like these Prime days, ACOS is going to fluctuate all over the place. So don't freak out.
Yeah, and so things that happen on Prime Day is it's a totally different buyer behavior. It's a totally different shopping experience. For the most part of the year, people go to Amazon and they know what they want. They search for it. They find what's in front of them. They buy. It's sort of like one of those. It's like they've got their wallet out ready to go. They know that they needed a jump rope today, so they're just going to look for a jump rope and find it. Prime Day, there's a lot of deal hunting. There's a lot of new traffic to the site. There's a lot of shopping around. So you get a different, a shopper experience or a window shopping experience. So a lot of times you're going to get, obviously there's a lot more traffic. So you're going to get a lot more clicks on your ads. If you if you try to get in front of those clicks by raising your bids, you're going to have higher cost per clicks. ACOS is going to be higher for sure on Prime Day. Conversion rate might be lower than it normally is because of all the excess traffic and window shopping. So you got to be prepared for that, and you got to decide ahead of time what your goal is. You know, if you're in the middle of a launch phase, or if you're in the middle of trying to liquidate inventory or something like that, this is a good time to be aggressive with advertising and making sure everything's, coupons or anything where you can get in front of these traffic. Obviously, it's too late now to set up lightning deals or Prime Day deals if you haven't done that already. But if you have, you're going to take advantage of that. I think things to watch out for there's a lot of mistakes you can make. I mean, across the board, bumping up your advertising, that gets talked about a lot. But I mean, that could just really impact your ad spend, and your ACOS could be a lot higher and not get that many more sales if your product's if not what people are going after right now. And I think another thing that's important to look at is if you compare last year's Prime Day, what happened on last year's Prime Day to this year's, you might get misleading information, because last year they moved Prime Day to basically the beginning of the holiday shopping season. Yeah. So if you were selling toys or something or a gift, a Christmas gift type item, you could have been through the roof last year on Prime Day, and you may not have a big mover this year because it's in the middle of the summer. So I think there's some things to watch out for. Don't go across the board and just say, I'm going to, increase my bids across, on everything, because you could end up getting a lot of spend.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, because it's your category, and you might have mentioned that earlier, but it's all about the category. Like if your category is popular, like electronics, toys, home and garden, sporting goods, like those are going to be pretty more popular categories. But if you're like in arts and crafts or automotive or medical devices, yeah, you just may want to sit back and take this one out and let them go ahead and sell. And you're gonna get a pick me up in sales, but it's not going to be drastic like the other ones, the other categories are going to be.
Absolutely. Yeah. And like we mentioned before, if you've already set up your lightning deals, Prime Day deals, there's no way to set those up anymore. Those were a long time ago to get those. Those obviously have big boosts. That's a lot of the reason why you have this boost in shopping on Prime Day, is people are looking for deals. So if you've gotten in front of them with that, that's good. But a lot of times, the ad campaigns on Prime Day historically don't perform as well as the rest of the year. I mean, there's so many more window shoppers on. So you really have to decide ahead of time, are you trying to get in front of those? Are you willing to spend more money to have higher cost per clicks to get a potential bump in sales? But if you're about to run out of inventory, you might want to dial everything way back.
Yeah.
Why would you lower your margins and get some more sales right now and then run out of inventory when you could just leave your price steady, get your organic sales until you run out at better margins? So I think it's your Prime Day strategies have to be really tailor-made for where you are with each product, whether you're trying to liquidate, whether you're trying to ramp it up, or, whether you're, wherever you are with that product, you have to really sort of have a good assessment of what you want, because it is different. It gets wonky on Prime Day. You can get a whole lot of clicks, not a lot of sales, vice versa. I mean, it's all over the place. So Kris is cutting in and out a little bit again.
Getting better.
You're getting better. It's okay. It's all right. Maybe everyone's online talking about the Prime Day dates now.
Yeah.
So we do have something cool though. This was just short. We wanted to get on here and make sure everyone was aware of the Prime Day dates, what they were. But we are hosting a webinar where we have our head of support, Brock Gettemeyer, is going to join us. It's a Solozo webinar, and we are going to be talking about sort of last minute Prime Day adjustments you can make to your campaigns. It's going to be great. It's going to be June 15th. It's at 12 p.m. Central Time. You can go to solozo.com to register for that webinar. But they'll be packed with information. If you're a current Solozo user, we're going to talk about how you can make adjustments quickly inside your Solozo account to maybe raise bids on your high converting keywords right before Prime Day. So they'll be really good. A lot of information on that. But it's official. June 21st, 22nd is Prime Day. We're excited for it. And we'll be back at this again tomorrow. We've got lots of great guests lined up for the podcast coming up in the future. So we hope everyone stays tuned for that. And we'll be back at this again tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.